real honor to be able to introduce our next Corps Member of the Year. He's had a very long journey to get here. Logistically, he lives on an island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, so it's long. But also, he'll get to tell you about his personal journey in terms of the successful story that he is. So he's done 2 terms of service at Kupu, my next job, and is now has catalyzed that into a part-time job with the partner organization that he was serving with during that. He is an incredibly intelligent young man. He's an incredible human being. He has a magnetic personality and a lot of charisma. So please join me in welcoming Keoni Kikala.
Nā au mā kua mai ka lā hiki a ka lā kau, mai ka ho'okui a ka halawai. Nā au mā kua ia ka hina kua ia ka hina alo ia ka a kau I ka lani. O ki hā I ka lani, o we I ka lani, nulu I ka lani, ka holo I ka lani. E ia ka pula pula a o ko o aloha aina. E mālama o ko ia mā ko. E ulu I ka lani, e ulu I ka honua, e ulu I ka pai aina o Hawaii. E ho mai ka ike, e ho mai ka ikaika, e ho mai ke aka mai, e ho mai ka mau popo pono, e ho mai ka ike pāpālua, e ho mai ka maana. Aloha kako, greetings to all. My name is Keoni Kikala. The mele pale or chant I performed is a traditional chant called Na'au Makua. This chant is about asking for protection and spiritual clearance before starting a task. Hawaiians would often practice to include their ancestors in daily activities. It is a strong belief that whenever you need help, you can always call on your ancestors for help and protection. Also for me, it is a way to pay respect to those who came before me, remembering where I came from, and how I would not be here if it was not for them. I'd like to thank everyone who had a hand in making this possible, my family and friends who helped me along the way, as well as your continued support. I'd also like to thank Kupu, the Hawaii Youth Conservation Corps, for giving me the opportunity and giving me guidance. I am 27 years old, born on the Hawaiian island of Oahu. Growing up, my father was very abusive and struggled tremendously with his drug addiction. Throughout my life, my father and I never seemed to see eye to eye. With all of the negative activity happening at home, I found it extremely hard to stay focused in a school. During high school, I tried to find other ways of escaping the harsh reality of my home life. I skipped classes, which led to missing entire days of school, which turned into weeks and then months. Missing out on school never solved the issues at home, but it was the only time that I felt free, at peace, without any restrictions. I struggled with school so much that I had to repeat the 9th grade. Luckily for me, I had good high school friends encouraging me to get back on track. Through after-school extra credit classes and summer school, I was finally able to graduate with my class, Kaido High School, 2006. Upon graduating, I had no clue what I wanted to do for a career, jumping from one job to another. Still living at home under the same circumstances, I decided to finally leave home to find myself and a greater meaning in life. I moved to the opposite side of the island with an aunt, my mother's younger sister. During this time, I was working in construction doing roofing and small carpentry work. The company later foreclosed, and I tried to continue to find my purpose. During this time, my father became ill and very weak due to multiple heart complications. My father and I were finally able to leave the past behind us and move forward, creating a bond in our relationship, one that I have not had for most of my lifetime. I thought to myself, why did it have to wait until something like this? Why did it have to take this long? One day, hearing from an aunt about kupu, I decided to take a look at their online site. As I scrolled through the various programs and host sites, I was excited to come across something that interested me. One of their host sites was Lion Arboretum's Hawaiian Rare Plant Program. Working outdoors sounded great, and an opportunity to work with rare plants, even better. 4 months after getting the internship position with kupu at the Hawaiian Rare Plant Program, my father suddenly had passed from a massive heart attack. Filled with emotions, I decided to move back home to help my family through this tough time. Torn apart with the images from my past, I felt like I started to fall apart, fighting an emotional battle inside of my head. Meanwhile, at work, hiking opportunities started to turn up, which I was invited on. One of the biggest coordinators affiliated with the Rare Plant Program is the Plant Extinction Prevention Program, or PEP. They work with only high-priority plant species, the rarest of the rares. They work with plant species that have 50 or less wild individuals. Since the start of my internship, I have been privileged to have gone on many hikes throughout Oahu, as well as participate in many opportunities like outplantings, collecting seed propagules, monitoring species, constructing fence enclosures to keep out feral pigs, rodent control, and invasive species removal. Through kupu, there were also service project trips with opportunities to visit a couple of the neighbor islands. On 2 separate occasions, I have got to visit the island of Kaho'olawe. This island is currently undergoing cultural and environmental restoration after being used as a bombing range and military training grounds up until 1990. I had the chance to work with the 2 organizations on the island, the Protect Kaho'olawe Ohana, or PKO, and the Kaho'olawe Island Reserve Commission, or KIRC, also known as KIRC. During these times, we undertook restoration of the island by clearing invasive plants and sowing native seeds by casting handful of seeds in areas that could hold moisture. On another service project trip, I had the chance to go to the island of Molokai, on a peninsula known as Kalaupapa. The peninsula holds a small community that was once part of a settlement founded in 1866 for patients with leprosy, also known as Hansen's disease. With just a few residents remaining, they have been cured but were forced to live most of their lives in isolation. During our stay, we took part in caring for the land and its resources, constructing fence enclosures to keep out feral ungulates from damaging native plants. We also spent time cleaning the Kalaupapa nursery where they propagate native plants to be outplanted throughout the Kalaupapa Peninsula. All the opportunities given to me during my time with my Corps revealed to me how much I enjoyed working outdoors and feeling a significant connection with my culture. The island which I grew up on, the only place that I've known as home. It also helped me deal with my father's passing. Working helped me keep my mind busy to deal with the pain and gave me the interest and motivation to work with native plants. Worried that this may be the most exciting my life would ever get, I decided to keep up the work as a land steward in my own community to further better myself and the environment that I live in. By the end of my 2 years of service, I was privileged to receive a part-time student position at the same job site where I served my internship with kupu. Over the course of my internship, I was able to be trained to help in the other 2 facilities that together make up the Rare Plant Program. One of the components are the nursery facilities, which there are 2. One of which is a mid-elevation nursery, 2,000 feet above sea level, located on the Waianae Mountain Range above Dillingham Airfield. This is Pahole Rare Plant Facility. This is more of a protected, The other nursery is located in Manoa Valley at Lion Arboretum. This is more of a protected structure and has a mist bench used to propagate leaf and stem cuttings. The rare plant program is based out of Lyon, and the other 2 facilities are there as well. The second facility is the micropropagation lab, where sterile techniques are used to multiply rare species and are able to be kept in tissue culture for many years with regular maintenance. The third part of the program is the seed conservation lab, where seed processing, extracting, long and short-term seed storage happens. Also, seed viability testing is done here to get a sense of how long the seeds will live while in storage. I am also currently attending school part-time at Winter Community College, taking my core curriculum classes. Going to school and working for the Rare Plant program allows me to apply the knowledge that I've learned through school to my job. School has been a great place to meet other people who are looking to take a similar career path. I have made many connections through school and have done a handful of restoration projects with classmates. Since the start of my internship with Kupu, I have now a whole new outlook on life environmentally. And I am always willing to do my part in helping to conserve our natural resources. Now knowing what I know from gaining the knowledge through my internship, I would never want to go back to the mindset I once had. I have learned that awareness is the key because a lot of people just don't know. And I do know that I was once there at one point in time. I'm very honored to be here today in front of all of you. Now that I have developed this new passion towards the environment, I'd like to again thank Kupu for molding me into the person that I am today. Mahalo nui loa. Thank you very much.